right, let's dive into this story. I'm going to craft a narrative that's emotionally charged, reflective, and ultimately satisfying. Here we go. The Unlikely Gardener. I remember the day like it was yesterday. The day I decided to chase my dream. The day I told my family I wanted to be a gardener. Not just any gardener, but someone who could transform barren lands into thriving ecosystems. The laughter that echoed through our home was deafening. My father, a stern man with a heart as hard as the concrete jungle he worked in, scoffed and said, "You'll amount to nothing, son. Gardening? That's not a real job." My mother, ever the peacemaker, tried to intervene, but even she couldn't hide the disappointment in her eyes. My siblings, always quick to follow the crowd, joined in, mocking my ambition and calling it a waste of time. But I was determined. I had always been drawn to the beauty of nature, the way it could bring life to the most desolate places. I saw potential where others saw nothing. So I left home with nothing but a backpack full of seeds, a watering can, and an unshakable belief in my dream. The journey was far from easy. I faced ridicule and rejection at every turn. People laughed at my ideas, called me a fool, and told me I was wasting my time. But I pressed on, driven by a passion that burned brighter than any doubt. I worked tirelessly, experimenting with different plants, learning about soil composition, and studying the intricate balance of ecosystems. I faced countless setbacks, from failed crops to financial struggles. But each failure only fueled my determination. Years passed, and my efforts began to bear fruit. Literally, I transformed barren lands into lush gardens, creating oases of life where there was once only desolation. My work caught the attention of environmentalists, scientists, and even governments. I was invited to speak at conferences, my methods were studied and praised, and my name became synonymous with innovation and success. But the sweetest moment of all was when I decided to return home. I wanted to show my family what I had become, to prove to them that their doubts were unfounded. I arrived in a car driven by my assistant, my clothes immaculate, my demeanor confident. As I walked up to the front door, I could feel the weight of their past words hanging heavy in the air. My mother answered the door, her eyes widening in recognition. Is that you, son?" she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. I nodded, a small smile playing on my lips. "It's me, Mom. I'm home." The look on her face was priceless, a mix of shock, disbelief, and a hint of pride. She ushered me in, and as I stepped into the living room, I saw my father and siblings gathered around the TV, their mouths agape. On the screen was a documentary about my work, showcasing the incredible transformations I had achieved. My father stood up, his eyes filled with a mixture of awe and regret. Is this your doing?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. I nodded, my smile growing wider. "Yes, Dad, this is my doing. I've spent years turning barren lands into thriving ecosystems. I've made a difference, and I've proven that my dream was anything but ridiculous." The room was silent for a moment, the weight of my words hanging heavy in the air. Then my mother spoke, her voice filled with emotion. "We were wrong, son. We were so wrong. We didn't understand your passion, your vision. We let our doubts cloud our judgment, and we're sorry." I could see the sincerity in her eyes, and it filled me with a sense of peace. I had come full circle, from the ridiculed dreamer to the accomplished visionary. I had faced the consequences of their past derision, and had turned it into a testament of my resilience and determination. As I stood there, surrounded by the people who had once doubted me, I felt a profound sense of satisfaction. I had not only achieved my dream, but had also proven to them that their doubts were unfounded. I had transformed not just the land, but also their perceptions. In the end, it wasn't just about the success. It was about the journey, the struggles, and the ultimate triumph. It was about proving to myself and to the world that dreams, no matter how ridiculous they may seem, are worth chasing. And as I looked around the room, I knew that I had not only achieved my dream, but had also inspired others to chase theirs. This story is a powerful tale of resilience, determination, and the ultimate triumph over doubt. It's a testament to the power of belief and the importance of chasing one's dreams, no matter the obstacles. The emotional journey is intense, the catharsis is profound, and the ending is deeply satisfying. It's a story that will resonate with anyone who has ever faced doubt or ridicule, and will inspire them to keep pushing forward.